Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, June the 12th. Rev here this morning. I hope you're making plans for worship tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in Verdon, 10:30 in Girard, and 10:30 online. So I hope you're planning to come and get your worship on, and then uh, uh, come expecting God to do some great things. And I hope to see you one place or the other tomorrow morning. I am reading to you this morning from Genesis, just one verse, and doing things a little different this morning. So this is from Genesis chapter 4, it's verse 17. Cain lay with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Cain was then building a city, and he named it after his son Enoch. This is the word of the Lord. May it bless, convict, encourage, enlighten, and empower its hearers this morning. I was watching a television show the other night. It's called Reba. It has Reba McEntire in it. And Reba's son comes home from church. Actually, most of the family had gone to church, and they come back, and so her son, I'm not sure how old he is, 8 or 10 maybe, and he asks Reba this question: can a man marry his sister? You know, that's kind of been an age-old question. And it's a question that Christians have been relatively hesitant to answer. Maybe because they don't want to answer it, they're afraid to answer it because they just don't know enough about the Bible, about the history, to actually answer the question and sound knowledgeable about it. And so I want to talk about it this morning. And I think I might, I don't know if I'll do this for sure, but I'm thinking about taking some questions, not taking questions from you, but there are a lot of questions that are out there about the Bible, about Christianity, and just taking some of those questions and see if we can find answers to them. And so this morning we're gonna do this one anyway. Can a man marry his sister? Well, the question is really pointed to Cain. Could Cain marry his sister, or did he marry his sister? Who was Cain's wife? Well, it is implied in the biblical text that Cain did marry one of his sisters. And there are several facts that lead us to this conclusion. First, it's clear that Adam and Eve had a number of children. Genesis chapter 5 verse 4 says, after Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Since Adam and Eve were the first man and woman, and since God had commanded them, as well as their descendants, to be fruitful and multiply, that comes from Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, it seems reasonable to conclude that Cain married one of his many sisters. Now, it is possible that he married a niece or a grandniece. Those are other possibilities. But now this is what you have to keep in mind. In the early years of the human race, there were no genetic defects that had yet developed as a result of the fall of humanity. By the time of Abraham, God had not yet declared this kind of marriage to be contrary to his will. Genesis chapter 20, verse 12 says this, and this is Abraham talking about his wife. He says, "Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not my mother, and she became my wife." Laws governing incest did not become enacted until the time of Moses. And you can find those laws in Leviticus chapters 18 and in chapter 20. Therefore, there was no prohibition regarding marrying a sister or a niece or grandniece in the days of Cain. Now, today, it's a completely different story. Because of the fall of humanity, it can't be done anymore. But now, the next time that somebody asks you that question, you can answer it intelligently and confidently. I'm Pastor Mark. Love you guys. Be safe, be well, be blessed, be strong. See you tomorrow at church. Go do something for Jesus.